Welcome to my Supermax underground cage. The FBI are the best in the world, and they do learn from Supermax criminal masterminds. So did I. So open wide, because your real truth starts now. Prisons and the pornography industry are both infested with slaves and slave masters, and I've survived them both. I'll start with your chomo cage and move up. Sex offenders, child sex offenders, organ snatchers, people smugglers, and drug cultivators. Manufacturing. Second floor, forced labor, child forced labor, forced begging, debt bondage, and traffickers for forced criminal activities from A to Z. I've learned when people are brought to America in traffic, that's called human trafficking. But when people are taken from America in traffic, that's called reverse human trafficking. People are important, so we have to find the facts because it is not what you figure. I found the same type of political people that eradicated slavery. They simply slapped a new name on it and keep on pimping. Modern day slavery. For many leaders, it's just too much money not to get dirty. And get off too? Please. Even the mob exists for pleasure, and solely for pleasure. They deal in pain, but they sell protection, pleasure. So people do deal or trade. When trade and cash are combined, human trafficking supersedes any business in the whole wide world. And drugs are not number one. Drugs are number two. Folks is getting paid. Even gang members don't have to ride dirty with a dope sack no more. They be riding legal with so-called cousin Felicia. That sack be gone after a few hits anyway. But cousin Felicia be getting hit all damn day. People are important. We have to find the facts because it is not what you figure. But what do you do when a movement like human trafficking is illegal, flies under the radar, and hundreds of our own smaller anti-trafficking groups build our statistics with sad, brutal, falsified reports as a way to ensure their funding, their monies? You definitely ask the slaves, because we remember every object, shove, scream, smell, and beating for shitting. My name is Apollo. I have hundreds of mainstream pornography movies, magazines, and unforgiving slave masters still stab in my mind as they push play and come all over my name. My straight movies, gay, bisexual, bondage, solo, S&M, leather, latex, torture, and anal electrocutions. Feces flying. And beat for that too. Ask me, the porn star. But nothing was done to me. It was done for me. It was done for you. Because my failure can save lives if I'm still strong enough to share all my personal pain. My forced prostitution, genital electrocution. 40 years I'm finished, man. Transactional sex, slavery, sexual coercion, exploitation, extortion, sextortion, sex tourism, and the Mann Act. Ask me, the prostitute. My grooming, my blitz assault, contact assault, statutory suspension, sodomy, fisting, disfigurement, serial rape, and gang rape, which leads me to my most gruesome sexual experience ever. PREA. P-R-E-A. Prison Rape Elimination Act. Bad news first. There was and is no elimination. It is an act. Ask me, the Supermax prisoner, because I, like most people, assume that the 13th Amendment wholly abolished all legal slavery in the United States in any form. In reality, there is one important exception: forced labor in prisons, slavery. Ask any lawyer. Ask the human trafficking and prisons labor polarists. Or see my current federal multi-million-dollar lawsuit against a type of police in which will not be defunded: prison police, aka the Goon Squad. But there is good news for my two precious girlfriends that was just kidnapped, taken. There are 3 different ways that they can escape. 1, a nice trick falls in love with their tired, run-down, raggedy-looking self and buys them. But it does happen. 2, they could catch age and die. But they would be free after they worked their debt off, getting off on an AIDS farm for years. Sounds like those infamous Albanian pimps to me. And 3, run away. I did. At 16, I escaped 2 Catholic cutthroat sex priests internationally. But I had to face my nasty truth first. Wouldn't you? Okay, I'll close with your truth. People are important. So we have to find the facts, because it is not what you figure. So whatever you do, please find a good anti-human trafficking group and get educated today. Because at some point in your beautiful life, a hard, hungry slave master has already watched your pretty little butt. Ask me, the slave.